Database management systems, its meaning. Okay, so we have started with the chapter introduction, in which we have studied the basic meaning of the term database management system. So it is, in simple words, it is just a software that helps you to manage data, okay, and in a secure environment. So it consists of organization related data, and on a large, in a bulk amount. Okay, we are talking about, because a simple data is easier to manage. You can just save it in an Excel file or Access. But on a large, or maybe in terabytes, okay, such kind of a huge amount of data can't be maintained and managed. Okay, so for that we need a software, and that is the database management system. So it makes it efficient to manage data. Means in the term manage, what is the various operations? You can access the data, you can store the data, and you can perform various operations with that data. Okay, so accessing and storing and then modifying the data, that comes under the managed term. So that's why it is a DBMS. We have studied the various applications. Then we have looked the topic of file system versus the DBMS, where we have studied the various drawbacks of file system. So what are the earlier file system, which was purely based on the operating system, वो जो हम file system use करते थे, उसमें क्या क्या drawbacks थे, that we have studied. Okay, and now we will be looking at how the DBMS system overcomes those drawbacks. We have studied the levels of abstraction. So database जो management system है, उसे हमने levels of abstraction में divide किया है, क्योंकि उसके अलग अलग users है. Okay, so there are three basic levels, that physical level, logical level, and view level. तो फिजिकल लेवल में हाउ अ रिकॉर्ड इज स्टोर्ड, मतलब डेटा कैसे स्टोर होगा, उसके साथ डीलिंग होता है. लॉजिकल लेवल मतलब व्हाट डेटा इज स्टोर्ड, मतलब एक्चुअल कंटेंट क्या होगा. सो एंड ऑल द प्रोग्रामर्स विल वर्क एट दिस लेवल. ओके, एंड व्यू लेवल मतलब जो आपके एप्लीकेशन प्रोग्राम्स है, that level which is actually representative to the end user. जैसे कि हम लोग या फिर maybe another user could be there who is just viewing the application program and dealing with the databases or accessing the database. So there are three levels of abstractions, and this could be the representation of them. So you can see there are multiple view levels, and this is the highest level of abstraction. This one is the highest level of abstraction, and then the lower level of abstraction is logical level. तो इसके बाद आती है physical level. तो physical level में actual data structures कौन सी यूज होगी, कैसा data store होगा, वो सब चीजें आती है. Logical level में coding part आता है, means what data is going to be stored inside it. So with the help and the various operations to be performed, insertion, deletion, and everything. And view level मतलब सिर्फ आप view कर रहे हैं data को. Just like you are checking a student data, one student is checking his own data or his own results from the university website. Okay, so there could be multiple views from the same database, because multiple students are checking their results from the university's database. So there could be multiple views. And then we have learned the terms, instances, and schema. तो जिसको मैंने आपको वेरिएबल की एनालॉजी से भी कंपेयर करके बताया था. तो इंस्टेंस यानी कि एक पर्टिकुलर मोमेंट पे आपके डेटाबेस की क्या स्टेट है. So that is the, or whatever data is present inside that is the current instance of that database. Okay, तो जैसे इसी वेरिएबल की वैल्यू है, तो अगर इस वेरिएबल की वैल्यू at in between some time of the program 10 है, so that can be called as an instance. लेकिन जब हम इसको डिक्लेयर कर रहे हैं ऑफ द पर्टिकुलर टाइप, तो जहाँ पे टाइप डेफिनेशन आती है, okay, suppose if I'm writing integer c, so which defines the c as an integer type variable, means it will be storing the numerical type value and it will take 2 bytes to get stored inside the memory. तो ये जो है मतलब डिजाइन टाइप, so that is the schema part. Schema means database design. Okay, और इंस्टेंस यानी कि पर्टिकुलर मोमेंट पे कौन है, just wait. Wait for a second. Okay. Okay. So instance is the actual content. Okay, whatever the database, because database is changing frequently. So at some point of time, आपके database में जो presently data है, that is the instance, and it may change over. Okay, and schema is the design or structure of the database. जैसे अगर if I want to give the example of this, like if I am having this as a simple table, such as customer ID, then his name and his phone number. Phone number or account number. अकाउंट नंबर ओके तो जब हम ये इतनी चीज बना रहे हैं ना ये टेबल बना रहे हैं तो दैट इज द स्कीमा मतलब आप ये डिफाइन करें कि मेरी इसमें एक टेबल बनेगा जिसमें 3 कॉलम्स है मतलब कॉलम्स as you know they correspond to the attributes okay so 3 attributes रहेंगे and every record that be filled inside this will be having 3 records compulsory okay it will be mandatory for each record here to have all these attributes with filled to be with values okay and with the respective values obviously so जब हम सिर्फ इतना टेबल बना रहे हैं means we are creating a design we are creating a format so that is the schema okay of the database but when we are actually putting in some values so suppose the present state is saying that this is containing only one record so one abc and account number is supposed to 5678 okay so this is the instance of database understood yes and there are two types of schema again the physical schema and logical schema so physical schema matlab database ka design at the physical level and logical schema means database design at the logical level and there are other sub schemas also jo view level pe work karti hai we can correlate them at the, and obviously these schemas and instances has to achieve the physical data independency means even if we are changing the your physical structure, your application program shouldn't change. Okay, so your ability to modify the physical schema without changing the logical schema is actually here that we can say that we have achieved the physical data independence, right? Because it shouldn't influence the things or data structures you are going to use to store your data. Okay, so that's why, and it should be your application programs should be independent of them. So that's why we say that it achieves the physical data independency. Then we have learned the data model. So basic meaning of a data model is a collection of tools for describing data, data relationships, semantics, and constraints. Right? Okay. Wait. So data means what actual data you are going to store, and relationships means if two tables are there, what relationships they are having. So such tables also needs to be stored. Like if teacher teaches a subject, so there is a table for teacher, there is a table for subject. But what relation does exist between the teacher and subject? The teacher teaches a subject, right? So teacher's relationship should be represented in another table. So there will be three different tables. So relationships describe technical tools, semantics matlab structuring of the data, and constraints means rules imposed over the data or security checks imposed over the data that could be inserted inside the database. So related or using these tools, various models are there: relational model, ER model, object-based data model, semi-structured data model, and other older models. And we have already seen or discussed these models in the last lecture, right, in detail. So basically, we are going to study the relational model in throughout your book. So relational model मतलब जिसमें relations होते हैं, relation यानी कि table, and as you can see it is made up of rows and columns. और rows मतलब एक रिकॉर्ड होता है पूरा, और ये जो कॉलम्स होते हैं इन्हें हम एट्रीब्यूट कहते हैं. ठीक है, जैसे आप यहाँ पे देख सकते हो टोटल 5 एट्रीब्यूट्स है: कस्टमर आईडी, कस्टमर नेम, कस्टमर स्ट्रीट, सिटी एंड अकाउंट नंबर. ठीक है, and the data is represented in tabular format. And yes, there are relationship tables are also there. As you can see, the customer table, and the account table. So customer और account का relationship क्या है? Deposit. So customer deposits money into his account. So that's why there is a relationship table also. So total 3 tables. So relation plus the relationships. Every data represented in the form of table, in the format of rows and columns, which consist of rows and columns. Okay, so such relational model uses this. ER model is more like related to the real world. क्योंकि आप भी ये सोचो, अगर रियल वर्ल्ड की चीजें भी प्रोग्राम में दिख रही हो तो इट विल बी इजियर देन टू अंडरस्टैंड. So it is more like real world entity to be embedded inside the programming. So ये जो ER model है basically design purpose के लिए use होता है, and we represent the real world things, how to implement them inside the database with the help of the ER diagrams. So we have discussed this one also. Customer account entity, depositor relationship represented with the diamond shape. The attributes are written in the elliptical shapes. Okay. And the lines are representing their correlation with among each other. And there are other data models also, as we have seen here. यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं ये previous या older models है जो older databases में use होते हैं, and they are earlier to the relational model. Okay, they are not used nowadays because they are quite complicated and more designed over the implementation basis. Then we started the languages. So languages topic शायद start हो गया था. So DML and DDL, these two languages are there, database languages. तो ये कोई दो different languages नहीं है. They are part of the database system. It is just the difference of operations that they perform. Okay. So DDL मतलब data definition language actually gives definition and design to the database. Okay. And a DML मतलब data manipulation. So whatever data you are storing inside the database, उसके ऊपर जो operations perform होते हैं, they are performed with the help of data manipulation language, or what you can call as query language. Okay, so because with the help of queries only we can perform the operations over data in the database. Okay, so DML basically accesses and manipulates data inside the database. Okay, two types: procedural, non-procedural. Procedural में सिर्फ ये यूजर को स्पेसिफाई करना पड़ता है what data is required and how to get that data. Okay, and means here will be some logical and calculations or algebraic expressions may be involved that the user will need to specify while filing a query onto the database. Okay, but in non-procedural, So user specifies what data is required without specifying how to get that data. तो आप इसमें देख सकते हो इजी लैंग्वेज नॉन प्रोसीजरल और एसक्यूएल जो हम यूज करने वाले हैं लैंग्वेज या पढ़ने वाले हैं इस सब्जेक्ट में दैट इज द नॉन प्रोसीजरल. ओके, एसक्यूएल स्टैंड्स फॉर स्ट्रक्चर्ड क्वेरी लैंग्वेज व्हिच इज मोस्ट वाइडली यूज्ड प्रोसीजरल नॉन प्रोसीजरल लैंग्वेज. ठीक है, और इसे यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो मे बी यू आर नॉट गेटिंग द कोडिंग पार्ट हियर. Maybe you're not getting the coding part, but it is just for you to understand how it looks like the statements in structured query language. But I think in SDL2 practical, you have performed the practical based on structured query language. So you must be familiar with some of the commands from this. Like, as an example, you can see here how the structured query language helps you to manipulate data. You can perform the various operations like insertion, updation, deletion, modification, and retrieval of the data, obviously, right? So insertion मतलब कुछ डेटा आपको ऐड करना है, अपडेशन मतलब एग्जिस्टिंग डेटा को ही मॉडिफाई करना है, रिट्राइवल ऑफ द इंफॉर्मेशन मतलब आपको डेटा सिर्फ रीड करना है, और डिलीशन मतलब आपको कोई रिकॉर्ड या कोई पर्टिकुलर रो डिलीट करना है आपके डेटाबेस में से या टेबल में से. सो these operations will be performed over those tables, over the database. जैसे यहाँ आप देख सकते हो कि एक सिंपल कमांड लिखी गई है, सिलेक्ट कस्टमर डॉट कस्टमर नेम फ्रॉम कस्टमर वेयर कस्टमर डॉट कस्टमर आईडी इज इक्वल टू दिस मच. सो हियर द कस्टमर इज एक्चुअली द नेम ऑफ दैट रिलेशन. रिलेशन मतलब टेबल. अब ये आप जो अल्टरनेट टर्म्स है ना वो ध्यान में रखो. अब हम टेबल में बोलेंगे, हम रिलेशन बोलेंगे, इसका हमेशा रिलेशन है ना टेबल. So customer is some certain relation, or what we are trying to get here in this query is we want the name of the customer who is having this customer ID. ठीक है, तो ये जिसका customer ID है, ऐसे customer का हमें name चाहिए एक पूरे database में से. Okay, so we can fire such query in the DML language. Okay, similarly you can see the another query statement, select account dot balance from depositor comma account. Okay, so depositor dot where depositor dot customer ID is this much and depositor account number is account dot account number. So actually you can see here from in the first query we have used only single relation, but in the second query there are two relations used. Okay, so depositor और account ऐसे दो tables में से यहाँ डेटा एक्सट्रैक्ट करने की कोशिश की गई है जिसमें हमने logical operations use किया है. So it is expected that while working with the database manipulation language, you are familiar with the logical operations also, like and or not, and those can also be written in the SQL languages. Okay, one more thing to remember about the structured query, you don't have to be worried about how the logic is going on here, but it is just for you to how it looks like the statements in the written in SQL. तो आप लोग इतना यहाँ पे ऑब्जर्व कर ही सकते हैं. SQL इसको हम और डिटेल में queries section को बाद में as we go in a course of time, then we will learn those things also. Okay, in detail. Application programs generally access the database through one of the language extensions to allow embedded SQL. क्योंकि SQL एक purely Turing machine language नहीं है. इसका मीनिंग ये है कि जो कैलकुलेशंस आप नॉर्मली डेटा पे परफॉर्म कर सकते हैं वो सारे कैलकुलेशंस आप इस SQL के थ्रू नहीं परफॉर्म कर सकते. तो इसलिए SQL को हमेशा किसी दूसरी लैंग्वेज के साथ ही यूज करना पड़ता है, लाइक C++, जावा. तो इनके लिए इंटरफेसेस रहेंगे वहां पे along with which the SQL will work over. So like there are JDBC, ODBC जैसे एप्लीकेशन प्रोग्राम इंटरफेस है जिसके हेल्प से SQL वर्क along with those languages. तो जिसमें से ODBC means the here ODBC and JDBC. ODBC stands for Open Database Connectivity and JDBC stands for Java Database Connectivity. So Open Database Connectivity मतलब C++ and Java language. So the SQL can work with C++ and Java languages. And JDBC means specially application program interface which is designed to work with the Java language only. Okay, so it is Java database connectivity. तो ये इंटरफेसेस यूज करके SQL को काम करना पड़ता है onto the database. The SQL alone cannot work on the particular task, okay, to be performed on the database. So remember that point. And then next, the main language that works over the schema or design of the database is the DDL. मतलब इसमें एक्चुअली आप डिफाइन करते हो कि क्या स्ट्रक्चर होगा. जैसे मैंने आपको बताया कि टेबल, सो क्रिएटिंग टेबल और जो ट्रंकेटिंग, ट्रंकेट मतलब पूरा टेबल डिलीट करना. तो ऐसे कुछ ऑपरेशन जो है ये आप डीडीएल में ही परफॉर्म कर सकते हो. तो डीडीएल लैंग्वेज के साथ एक्चुअली एडमिन प्रोग्रामर जो है, एडमिन the administrators, such users work with this language. Okay, and as you can see here, we have created a table. So simple query is written here. Create table account. So what I am telling my database is that I want to create a table with the name account, which will be having three fields: account number, okay, of char type with the size of 10 chars, some branch name, the second attribute of char type with 10 size, and then the third attribute as balance, which will be having the integer data type. Means the types will define what type of values can be put into that particular attribute value, and the attributes will be enlisting the number of things that will be required to represent a particular record to be stored inside the table account. मतलब ये जो तीन एट्रीब्यूट्स है ये आपको ये बताएंगे कि जब भी आप कोई अकाउंट क्रिएट कर रहे हो या उस टेबल में वैल्यू सिलेक्ट कर रहे हो तो आपको कौन से तीन मैंडेटरी फील्ड या एट्रीब्यूट मेंशन करने हैं. और यहाँ पे जो डेटा टाइप्स हम मेंशन कर रहे हैं ये आपको बताएंगे कि व्हाट टाइप ऑफ डेटा कैन बी फिल्ड इन दोज वैल्यूज. ओके, सो सिंस डेटा डेफिनेशन लैंग्वेज क्रिएट्स द डिजाइन, तो इसलिए उसमें कुछ आपको कंस्ट्रेंट्स भी मेंटेन करें. मींस यू विल हैव टू डील विद द मेटा डेटा. ओके, सो where there is what is this metadata and where it is stored. So basically जो डेटा डेफिनेशन लैंग्वेज का कंपाइलर है, इट जनरेट्स अ सेट ऑफ टेबल्स कॉल्ड एज डेटा डिक्शनरी. ओके, डेटा डिक्शनरी, और इसे डेटा डायरेक्टरी भी बोलते हैं. एंड व्हाट इज देयर इनसाइड द डेटा डिक्शनरी? तो उसके अंदर होता है डेटा अबाउट डेटा. मतलब आपने डेटा स्टोर कर दिया, आपने सब अलग अलग टेबल्स बना लिए, लेकिन ये जो डेटा आपने स्टोर किया है इसमें कौन से रूल्स इम्पोज है, या फिर इनका स्टोरेज कैसे होगा, इनका डिजाइन कैसे रहेगा. ओके, और इनके राइट्स कैसे रहेंगे, एक्सेस राइट्स, कौन इन्हें एक्सेस कर सकता है, कौन नहीं कर सकता है, ये सारी इंफॉर्मेशन अलग से स्टोर होती है inside the data dictionary. Okay, so that's why we say that it contains the metadata, means data about data, information about the data that is stored inside the database. So mainly इसमें metadata में क्या क्या होता है? So database schema, data storage and definition language, means the access method, उसके related algorithms, how the data will be accessed. So those algorithms are also defined inside this, and how the data will be actually stored using the various data structures that will be defined inside this. इंटीग्रिटी कंस्ट्रेंट्स, इंटीग्रिटी कंस्ट्रेंट्स मतलब आप अगर कोई भी डेटा चेंज कर रहे हैं इनसाइड द डेटाबेस, then these constraints are being checked every time the database system, before adding or making any modification, will have a check on these constraints. Okay, means यहाँ पे जैसे simple constraint में भी domain constraint जैसे है. okay, इन्हें assertion भी बोल सकते हैं आप. जैसे assertion मतलब एक डेटाबेस को जो रूल सेटिस्फाई करना पड़ता है always, that can be termed as an assertion. So domain constraints and the referential integrity, these both are examples of the assertions. Now see, as I can tell you one example, जैसे कस्टमर आईडी है, तो कस्टमर आईडी में अगर आपने इंटीजर डेटा टाइप जब डिक्लेयर किया, क्रिएट टेबल कस्टमर एंड देन कस्टमर आईडी, इसका डेटा टाइप दिया है इंटीजर सपोज, तो इसका मीनिंग ये हुआ कि इंटीजर, दिस एट्रीब्यूट कस्टमर आईडी कैन टेक अप द वैल्यूज ओनली ऑफ द इंटीजर टाइप, मींस न्यूमेरिकल. ओके, सो अगर आप यहाँ पे मॉडिफिकेशन करने जा रहे हैं, तो इन सपोज course of period, someone wants to update this data and change the maybe name. Okay, we will change the name. Suppose he has changed his surname and made it XYZ. Okay, तो जब आप इसमें डेटा फिल करोगे तो नेम एट्रीब्यूट का जो कंस्ट्रेंट है दैट सेज दैट ओनली द char टाइप ऑफ वैल्यूज विल बी एक्सेप्टेड, राइट? सो इसे हम बोलते हैं डोमेन कंस्ट्रेंट. मींस व्हाइल फिलिंग अप द और चेंजिंग द वैल्यूज ऑफ पर्टिकुलर एट्रीब्यूट which type of data is allowed. So which values, the values from particular domain only are allowed to be entered. तो यहाँ पे सिर्फ char डोमेन की ही वैल्यूज चलेंगी. अगर मैं यहाँ पे ABC था पहले and if I am trying to change it to 111, then it should give me errors or it should stop me from doing such things. Okay, because it is causing the violations against the rules. तो वायलेशन ऑफ द रूल मतलब जो आपने कंस्ट्रेंट लगाया है वो नहीं होना चाहिए. तो इसलिए इंटीग्रिटी कंस्ट्रेंट मतलब डेटा चेंज होने के लिए अलग अलग रूल्स सेट किए हैं. तो वो हमेशा चेक होता है जब भी कोई मॉडिफिकेशन डेटाबेस में होने वाला है तो ये रूल्स हमेशा चेक आउट होता है. सो सच कंस्ट्रेंट्स कैन बी इम्पोज्ड over the database. And then there are authorization also. Authorization means what data can be accessed by whom. Okay, so there could be the authorizations like read authorization. Read authorization means that user is able to read the data only, we cannot modify the data. Then write authorization. Write matlab we can only write something into the database, we cannot delete anything. Then delete authorization. Delete authorization means he can directly delete something that is fine to be deleted. We cannot write anything inside it. And there are some updations. Okay, so updations जो है he cannot delete, he cannot perform the operations which are not allowed to him, he can only do the updations. Okay, so certain kind of types of authorizations are there. Okay, and which are given by the administrator. So these authorizations are also contained inside the data dictionary. So have you got the meaning of data dictionary? So data dictionary में metadata store रहता है, मतलब जितना भी आपका database है उसके related data कि इस database पे क्या rules है and how they will be stored, how they will be structured, what are the constraints and what are the authorization or access rights. Okay, so that things are this information is stored inside the metadata, inside the data dictionary, which is known as metadata. Okay, then we will move on to the next topic, that is database users. Now see, there is it is not possible that all the users of database will be at one physical location. तो सारे यूजर्स एक ही जगह पे नहीं रह सकते हैं, इसलिए हमने क्या किया है, the users can be categorized into the four types, basically four parts. So there are different users using the database or accessing the database from their own locations. So let us have a look at that and how they will be interacting and in what way they will be interacting. That on that basis these are categorized. These types are categorized. Now the first one, application program. We will start with the naive users, which means new people. ओके, नेव यूजर्स मतलब वो यूजर्स होते हैं जो सिर्फ डेटाबेस के लिए डिजाइन किए हुए एप्लीकेशन प्रोग्राम्स के साथ वर्क करते हैं. ओके, उन्हें डेटाबेस में डेटा कैसे स्टोर हुआ है, दे आर नॉट नोइंग द डिटेल्स अबाउट दैट, दे आर नॉट नोइंग द टाइप्स ऑफ द डेटा स्टोर्ड, दे आर जस्ट वर्किंग विद सम सॉफ्टवेयर or the windows that are shown to them and which are working with the or interrelated with the databases. Okay, so native users वो यूजर होते हैं जैसे कि फॉर एग्जांपल बैंक टेलर जो है, जैसे आप किसी बैंक में गए और आपने बोला है कि मुझे अकाउंट ए में से अकाउंट बी में मनी ट्रांसफर करना है. ओके, तो यहाँ पे जो बैंक टेलर है वो एक एप्लीकेशन प्रोग्राम, एक सॉफ्टवेयर ओपन करेगा जिसमें उसे पूछा जाएगा कि किसके अकाउंट में से ट्रांसफर करना है, फिर उसे एक दो बॉक्स में एंटर करना होगा कि कितना मनी ट्रांसफर करना है और फिर उसे पूछा जाएगा कि किसके अकाउंट में. तो दे नो ओनली सम ऑफ द फीचर्स ऑफ द application program interfaces. Okay, they interact with these interfaces, through these interfaces with the database. They're not having that much knowledge of the database system. And then they will perform such transactions. They will be knowing what button to be clicked and which program to be opened for performing particular task. Okay, only this much information. या फिर जैसे हम बोल सकते हैं over the web you are checking some uh, person, suppose there is a person X who is checking, wants to check the amount or balance present in his account or her account. So what she will be doing, she will be opening the website of that particular bank. Suppose there is an Axis Bank, so she will open the Axis Bank website. She will log into her account. She will be asked to enter her account number, and then click the button, and the balance will be displayed. Okay, so only such simple things can be performed by the maze users. So understood the meaning of maze users? Okay, they interact with the application program basically. Then we will look at the application programmers. Okay, so application programmers means they interact with the system through DML calls, means data manipulation language calls. So they are actually responsible for designing those application programs which are used by the maze users. So maze users जो interfaces use कर रहे हैं, उनको design करने का काम application programmers का होता है. Okay. Then sophisticated users. Okay, sophisticated users इन ये थोड़े से high level programmers होते हैं, इनमें थोड़ा deeper knowledge होता है database system का, and they actually translate this query languages, means they design the query to be fired over the database. Okay, so they work with the query tools. ठीक है, जो एक्चुअल डेटाबेस पे फायर होगी और फिर कौन सी क्वेरी कौन सा आउटपुट जनरेट करेगी. सो दैट थिंग्स आर बेसिकली डिजाइन बाय द सॉफिस्टिकेटेड यूजर. इन्हें हम एनालिस्ट भी बोलते हैं. द अदर टर्म फॉर सॉफिस्टिकेटेड यूजर इज एनालिस्ट. Then the specialized users. Specialized users matlab they comes under the category of the sophisticated users, but they works with the applications of very complicated types. Complicated type मतलब जहाँ audio या फिर image या pictorial data है उसके साथ deal करना है database. They work with the export system or knowledge based system. They work with the CAM and CAD softwares, okay, design system, and many other computer aided design systems. Okay, so they design very complicated or special type of applications. Okay, rather than the traditional framework of the database design, they work with the more complicated tasks. So that's why they are specialized users. Understood? Okay, so there are basically 4 types of database users. There is one more user, that is administrator, which I have, which we will be learning separately. With it also falls under the category of user. Okay, so but these users, apart from the administrator, these are the 4 types of users. Okay, maze users. Clear? Okay, so maze users interact with the application programs. Application programmers would design the application program and interfaces so that maze users can interact with them, and they are not having that much knowledge of the database system. Sophisticated users who is having much more deeper knowledge of the database system and its design, and they will be designing the query and to be fired over the database, and they will be working with the query tools. And specialized users, these are the users who are belonging to the category of sophisticated, but they design some special and complicated type of applications. Okay, understood? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes, are you sleeping? And then database administrator. So database administrator किस लिए है? Because see, we have designed all the database system so that the data can be managed and controlled by some centralized manner. And such central control, the person who is having such central control over the complete system, okay, right from the data storage up to the access rights, that person is known as database administrator. Okay, so he will be responsible person for coordinating all the activities related to the database system. He is having the good understanding of what resources are used, where actually the physical location of the database will be, and what access rights will be, who can access what data. He will be responsible for restructuring the data, storaging and structuring, and what how to get the backup, and how to maintain it. So everything, okay, the which is related to the controlling of that overall system is handled by the administrator. So let's have a look at in detail what are the duties of the database administrator. Okay, so actually database administrator is responsible for the schema definition. So schema definition matlab database administrator creates the original database schema by executing the commands in data definition language. Okay, he will be responsible for creating them, means how it will be. So that will be done by the admin. Then he will be having the storage structure and access method definition. We'll be defining them. Then schema and physical organization modification. मतलब database administrator he will be responsible to carry out changes. अगर design में कुछ changes करने हैं, okay, और physical organization में वो changes reflect करने हैं as per the needs of the organization, क्योंकि organization may be keep on changing its rule, keep on changing its structure, तो उसके हिसाब से admin को भी physical organization of the data and yes, depend on that the logic of the schema, the design of the database needs to be changed and updated. So such alterations will be helpful for improving the overall performance. Then administrator will be doing it. So मॉडिफिकेशन मतलब जैसे डेटा स्ट्रक्चर चेंज करना है, जिस तरह से डेटा स्टोर हो रहा है, अगर वो कुछ करना है और अल्टीमेटली अगर वो परफॉर्मेंस इंप्रूव करना है तो डेटाबेस एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर वो चीजें करेगा. ओके, या फिर जैसे पहले 10,000 रिकॉर्ड थे लेकिन अभी 100 मिलियन रिकॉर्ड बन रहे हैं, तो उसका इंडेक्सिंग, उसका हैशिंग, वो सब कैसे होगा, तो फिर से रीस्ट्रक्चरिंग ऑफ द डेटाबेस डिजाइन, तो पूरा रीस्ट्रक्चर करना पड़ेगा, तो उसके लिए एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर विल बी रिस्पॉन्सिबल. ओके, देन ग्रांटिंग ऑफ द ऑथराइजेशन. तो ग्रांटिंग जो है थर्ड वन, द ग्रांटिंग यूजर्स ऑथोरिटी. डेटाबेस एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर को वो सारे राइट रहेंगे कि वो किस यूजर को कौन से राइट दे रहा है, रीड राइट अपडेशन के, या फिर वो रिवोक भी कर सकता है दिए हुए राइट. तो सडनली ही कैन रिवोक देम और ही कैन ग्रांट देम द राइट टू मॉडिफाई द डेटा और मेक द operations on the data inside database. Then other duties like backing up data, क्योंकि database administrator का ये भी जॉब है कि वो बैकअप लेता रहे डेटा का, क्योंकि इन डिजास्टर लाइक इफ देयर आर एक्सप्लोजन हुए या फिर फ्लडिंग हो गया और पूरा डेटा लॉस हो गया, तो ऐसे केसेस में डेटाबेस एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर का ये रोल है कि वो रिमोट सर्वर पे पूरा डेटा बैकअप या कॉपी करके रखे, या फिर onto the tapes you can copy the data. Okay, then he will be having the duty of checking the free disk space, क्योंकि जितने भी मॉडिफिकेशन है डेटाबेस में डेटा ऐड होते जा रहा है, तो वो लिमिटेशंस के ऊपर नहीं जाना चाहिए, तो इनफ डिस्क स्पेस अवेलेबल है या नहीं वो उसे रेगुलरली चेक करते रहना पड़ेगा. उसके बाद मॉनिटरिंग परफॉर्मेंस. मॉनिटरिंग में रेगुलर डेटाबेस चेक, इफ देयर इज अ परफॉर्मेंस में कोई स्लो डाउन तो नहीं हुआ है, मतलब जैसे यूजर से कोई ऐसी रिक्वेस्ट तो नहीं आ गई है जिससे डेटाबेस पे लोड आ रहा है सिस्टम पे, एंड हेंस वी नीड टू इम्प्रूव इट, so by any means, so we will be looking over that, so that will come under the regular performance check. Okay, so these are the duties of the database administrators. So this lecture we have looked over at the database administrator, users, okay, the 4 categories of users, application programmers, sophisticated users, specialized users, niche users. We have learned in detail what is DDL, that is data definition language, which is responsible for the design of database, plus it is responsible to generate the tables inside the data dictionary, and data dictionary contains the data about data, that is metadata. And we have seen how the structured query language statements look like, which are part of the data manipulation language. Okay, so SQL is a DML, okay, data manipulation language ever used to manipulate the data and the previous topics, okay, that we have discussed in brief. Okay, enough for today. We will be learning the database architecture in the next lecture. Okay. You will leave the meet. Mark your attendance and leave the meet.